Hello, everyone. A very good evening to all of you, and welcome once again. In the month of July, this is the last class which we are having right now. Okay, and very soon we are starting again with bi weekly classes, again Tuesday and Thursday. The time would remain the same, 5 to 6 p.m. So, very soon you will be getting the emails and the messages and the notifications for your next upcoming set of classes in the month of August. So for the month of July, this is the last class where we'll be discussing few questions, the remaining questions of the IELTS listening module. So day before yesterday, on Tuesday, we discussed about the reading module. So whatever questions were left from the previous classes, we discussed that. So if yet you have not registered with us, please do register with the help of the link which must have been given in the description below. It's a blue colored link. So with the help of that, you will be able to join our classes on a daily basis. In fact, we are starting with TOEFL classes very soon in the month of August, from 1st August itself. So that's again good news. It's a free Shiksha TOEFL class, okay, which is going to happen in the month of August. And along with that, we'll be having bi-weekly Tuesday and Thursday, 5 to 6 p.m. Your IELTS classes as well. So TOEFL will go on 5 to 6 at 5 to 6 p.m. and your IELTS classes will happen from 6:30 to 7:30. So again, the timings and days will be confirmed to you with the help of the emails and messages, notifications, everything. Okay, so there are a lot of classes, guys, coming up free of cost. You do not have to pay anything. So I again, once again, welcome you to such classes, and I advise and suggest all of you to make use of these classes as much as you can because you do not have to pay anything, right? All right, great. So let's come back to our PPT, and now I'll be showing you some sample questions from the listening module of IELTS. Okay, so let's quickly discuss. And yes, in the end, we'll be having our favorite part of the class, which is the doubt clearing session. So you will get some time to ask your doubts live related to your IELTS exam. Okay, so whatever doubts and queries you have, you can put it across on the comment section in the end of the PPT. All right, class. So let's start quickly with the today's class. So as you can see in front of you right now, to be covered or to be discussed today in the class. So listening module, we'll be discussing plan, note, table, flow chart, summary completion, and then we'll be throwing some light on sentence completion as well as short answer questions. So these are the remaining questions which were left from the previous classes of listening, which we are going to cover up in the today's class. All right. So as you can see in front of you guys, the first question which has popped up on the screen, on your screen as well, is maps and plans. So I'm sure maps and plans are kind of tricky questions. Okay, there are a lot of questions coming up to me from the IELTS candidates that, ma'am, how do we have to focus and how do we have to, actually concentrate? And if we miss out on any part, what do we do next, right? So all those tips and tricks I have shared with you. In fact, I had covered the whole IELTS syllabus in the month of June. So guys, in case you have missed out on those videos, then please do rewatch them. Those videos are really very beneficial. We have got a lot of comments and feedback from the students where they, really got help from these videos and have really boosted up their score. So if you will read the comment section as well, there have been a lot of, overwhelming comments. So you will, feel really good as I felt. So definitely you should just go and recollect your memories from the IELTS exam by watching those videos. So those will really help you in boosting up your score. And if you do not know how to go there, then definitely I'll be helping you out. You just have to, click on the link which is given in the description. So that would directly take you to our page, and our page has the IELTS calendar for the month of June and for the month of July. So in case you have missed out on any video which has been going on live in the month of July itself, then definitely you can rewatch those videos as well. Okay, and as you can see this logo, Shiksha Study Abroad, so this is the same name for our YouTube channel as well. So I would really recommend all of you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you do not miss out on any video which is being uploaded and which is going to be uploaded in future as well. All right. Okay, so that was some kind of generic information which I wanted to give you about our channel and about our videos which are going to happen in future as well. So coming back to the PPT now, so maps and plans. As you can see, the questions will look like something like this. Questions 15 to 20, okay? And then label the map below. Write the correct letters A to I next to questions 15 and 16. So for now, there had been, 5 questions in total from where I took the sample questions for all of you. So I will be discussing only 1 or 2 of them because we do not have much time. So it's a very time restricted class, as you know. So I'll be putting up at least 2 to 3 or 1 to 2 sample questions of each of the sub question types. Okay, so for examples, maps and plans, I'm going to show you how does the question look like. So as you can see in front of you, there is a map of some place, right? So every time the speaker or the person who is going to speak in the audio, when you listen to the audio in the exam, they will provide you with one particular point from where they'll start speaking or where they are actually. Okay, and it will be mentioned in the map as well. So as you can see in front of you, X has been marked here, and with the arrow they have defined it as you are here. So the first step which goes with maps and plans is that you should actually look forward to this particular point from where they are starting, because if you have missed out on the basic or initial step of the audio or the speaker, then definitely you're not going to appear true to yourself in the map, because the thing is that you'll lose contact with the other places which he's going to talk about in the audio. So yes, definitely there should be some level of concentration. In fact, great concentration is needed. In fact, you should be really attentive during the audio, because if one thing is missed out, then definitely you'll miss out the rest of it. So you should make sure that when you're listening to the audio, you're very much concentrated. All right, so the question looks like this. Now let me show you the answers, and I'll show you the explanation as well, that how did we derive the answer actually, so that it helps you when you actually practice, okay, by yourself. All right, so the answers are like this for 15th and 16th. So 15th is the scarecrow you can see in the car park in the corner beside the main path. Okay, so is a traditional figure for keeping the birds away from the crops, but our scarecrow is a permanent sculpture. So this was the information about a scarecrow, but what we needed is in the bold. Okay, so we had to mark scarecrow. So we had to find out from A to I, what is actually scarecrow. So where is actually scarecrow? So we had to find basically the location of something known as scarecrow. So they have given the explanation as the scarecrow you can see in the car park in the corner beside the main path. So this is how you will see, okay, beside the main path. So you can see this main path, and then you can locate the location of scarecrow by looking at this explanation. So these samples and these explanations have been given to you because these are the audio scripts. Okay, basically I cannot make you listen to the audio. That is not feasible here in this live class. So definitely I'm going to provide you with some audio scripts with the help of which you can read what has been given in the audio, and then you can make out that, okay, fine, this is the answer and this is how they derived it. Okay, fine. Coming to the next part. So if I look at 16th point, then what did we had to find? We had to find, if you look ahead of you, you'll see a maze. Okay, this is what they are saying in the audio. It's opposite the new barn. So new barn had been mentioned here, you can see it. It's opposite the new barn, beside the side path. So side path is this. So beside means either here or there. So here there is nothing, then definitely these three can be one of the options. Okay, beside the side part, that branches off to the right, just over there. That branches over to the right, just over there. Okay, so this is how you locate it actually. All right. So now that you have understood that, okay, by looking at the figures and by understanding where the speaker is starting from, and then gradually moving with the speaker wherever the speaker is going to move in the audio, this is how you keep a track of your whole listening part, especially in the maps and plans. So your concentration level is the first general tip which I always provide to my students, And definitely the second one is the kind of vocabulary which is going to be used in your maps and plans, particularly in this kind of question. So the words or phrases like going to the right direction or across the bridge, across this path, you know, on the side path of the plank, something like this. So right, left, north, south, east, west. You should be aware of these kind of words. I know these are very common and very easy to learn, but definitely when you listen to it in the audio, it might be confusing because they say it in just a wink. A wink means they say it very swiftly and quickly. Okay, so definitely you'll have to be very careful about the words which you're listening. So again, the whole thing comes to concentration. Okay. Now I'm moving to another set of questions which will help you again to realize and to derive how did it, make out the answer. So notes completion. So as the question is self-explanatory, you have to complete the notes. So there will be few notes given to you in the question and you will have to fill in some of the blanks. So as you can see in front of you, you have questions 1 and 2 and the question will be something like this, that complete the notes below. And of course these instructions are very important. Write one word and or a number. So you know that you have a word limit of one word, right, or a number for each answer. So as you can see, the subtitle or the heading for this particular question is Bankside Recruitment Agency. So please do not neglect, do not ignore such titles and such headings, because the thing is that these headings try help you to realize what kind of answers do you actually need and what is being talked about. So definitely before listening to the audio you should know that what is the context or what is the theme of the audio which the speaker is talking about. So now we know after reading the heading or the subtitle here that the speaker is going to talk about Bankside Recruitment Agency. And the notes are given as such: address of agency 497 East Side, Docklands, and name of agent Becky Dash. So now I know that I can make the guesswork after reading the question that I might need the surname or maybe I might need an adjective or a noun, right, as the answer for first question. So this is what guessing helps you in, okay? So before looking at the question or before actually listening to the audio, you should always guess the word or the number which you need for the answer because that really helps you in getting the right answer, okay? So now before listening to the audio, definitely you'll get few seconds to read the question. So after reading the question, I know that it might be a noun or a, surname for that particular person. So Becky and Dash. Let's see the answers. So Becky. Now in the audio, the speaker says it like this. Let me write that down. And then he says Becky Jameson. Okay, so Jameson is the surname of Becky, and this is the answer to particular first question. Now, in the audio, after saying Jameson, definitely they will spell the spelling, okay, out for you. So they will say the whole spelling Jamieson. So you'll have to listen to it very carefully. What all letters are they speaking? And then you'll have to write the answer. Now, it seems very easy, right? But in some cases, due to the accent, due to the pronunciation of the speaker, the candidates fail to, actually listen and understand the pronunciation and accent. So definitely that will come with practice. So the more you practice, the more you tend to listen to different kinds of accents. And if you just practice once or twice and you have, luckily got 35 or between 35 to 40, then you feel very overconfident, right? And in the exam, you might get something very different. So I would advise, until and unless you sit for your IELTS listening module especially, please listen to various kinds of accents in your daily life. Please listen to different kinds of news in English. And please watch different kinds of English movies on Netflix or Prime or wherever you want to watch it, right? So that you improve on your vocabulary and you enhance your pronunciation understanding skills, because that will really help you in your listening exam. Okay. Now, coming back to the second question. Now, the phone number had been given in the audio, and the second blank which you have to fill is best to call her in the dash. Now, before looking at the answer here for question 2, can you guess what kind of answer do we need? best to call her in the dash. So definitely in the dash, that means it might be in the morning, it might be in the evening or afternoon or night, or maybe in the dusk or dawn, something like this, right? So that means that we know already, we have guessed the word, that the word will be related to the time of the day, right? And hence the answer is afternoon. So as you can read the whole line, this is the audio script, and the afternoon is the word which you actually need for your answer. Okay. Alright, so this is how you actually complete your note, and this is how you do the note completion questions. Now I will come to the next part of the PPT, in which I'm going to cover up table completion. So definitely again, the question is quite self-explanatory. A table will be given to you. There will be few blanks which you'll have to fill in by your own knowledge after listening to the audio. Okay. So the question will be something like this: complete the table below. And again, instructions are very important. So you know that you have to use only one word, and or a number. Okay. So timetable for Isle of Man holiday. Okay. So we know that, okay, in the audio, the speaker or the man is going to talk about this. Now, the table has been given in 3 rows and columns. So you can see the first one is the days, second is activity, and third is the notes about that particular activity or particular day. So on day one, activities arrive, and notes for this particular day one is introduction by manager. That means on day one, your activity will be that you'll arrive, and the notes are that introduction by the manager will be done. And the second thing which will be done on day one is hotel dining room has view of the dash. So before looking at the question, now I can realize, okay, that view of the dash, that means it is particularly related to a common noun or maybe a proper noun. Basically, it will be a noun. Okay, let's see if I'm correct. So let's check out the 15th question. Yes, so I have bolded it for you. The river is the answer. So river is particular word which we'll be needing here for the 15th. So hotel dining room has view of the river. Okay, so this is how it helps. Now let's try to guess the word for 16th. Let's read it fully first. So day 2, Tenwald exhibition and peel. This is the activity which is going to happen. And note related to this activity is Tenwald may have been founded in dash not 979. So now I know that not 979, so maybe he is in some other room number. So I'm assuming for now, I might be wrong, and that's not an issue. But I'm just making the guesswork that for 16th answer, I might need a number. Okay, or I might need a noun again. Okay, let me see if I'm correct. Yes, so for 16th, as you can see here, bolded 1422. This is the number which I need, right? So in the audio, everything had been said, but we had to focus only on this number because this is the answer which we need for the second question. So guys, now you realize how we look at the table and how do we make the guesswork and how do we listen to the audio and do it concentratingly. All right, now I'll come to another set of questions which is quite similar. So this is the flowchart kind of question. Now, as you will notice the pattern, that pattern or the kind of questions which I'm discussing right now, it's quite similar. Note completion, plans, maps, tables, and flowcharts. So these come under one category. Okay, that is why I have taken it together to be discussed all together overall. So the flow chart questions might look like this, guys. Questions 21 to 25. Okay, first of all, then complete the flow chart below. This will be stated here. Then choose 6 answers from the box and write the correct letter A to H. Next to questions 21 to 26. So questions 21 to 26 will be given to you. And then there will be options given to you like these, A to H. And you will have to mix and match from the A to H, and you will have to write the answer in front of 21 to 26. So this is how you basically do the flowchart questions. Now, the flowchart looks like this. Flowchart is a chart where the information flows. That is why the name flowchart. Okay. Now the subheading or the title which is given here is Stages in Doing a Tourism Case Study Research. Okay. So we know that, okay, the speaker is going to talk about something like this. Now locate and read relevant articles, noting key information, and also dash. So we might need a noun again, okay, for this particular blank, 21st. So noting key information. So key information is one thing which we need, and also dash. So let's see what is the answer. So the speaker says, did you remember to keep a record of where you got the information from? Sure. I know what a pain it is when you forget that, right? So what is the answer? Noting key information and record. Okay, so that is the particular answer which we need for 21st. Now if we read another set of questions and we come a little bit lower, then we'll read this: identify a problem or need. Okay, select interviewees. These may be site dash, visitors, or city dash. Now again we might need a noun because they are going to talk about some site or about visitors. So we are particularly looking for locations, places, something like this. So the answers also might be related to something like this, right? Okay, so let's read the second answer. Okay, who'd that be? The speaker says, the people who work there, and presumable some of the tourists too. So tourists has been paraphrased as visitors here. These may be site dash. Site dash means site tourists. Okay, we can write the answer as tourists. And or city dash. City dash means people who work there. So people is the answer. City people. Okay, so this is how you actually combine and see what all words have been paraphrased, because you will notice, guys, listening can be quite tricky. It is quite easy also for many of the students, but for many of people it might be confusing. Why? Firstly, because of the accent and pronunciation. Secondly, because of the concentration. And thirdly, because of the vocabulary. They try to find whatever they hear in the audio, or they listen to the audio, and they try to find those similar words in the question. Well, for your information, the words will never be same. I know that is a bad luck, but that is going to enhance your vocabulary really, smoothly. Why am I saying that? Because once you start practicing the listening module, frequently, then you'll realize that you'll learn so many synonyms and words, because whatever you're listening to, that is not given here, but we are trying to find the similar words in the question. So that is trying to increase your vocabulary by looking at the synonyms. So that is why I always advise the students to practice as much as possible, so that they have a lot of list of words there in their mind while they sit for their exam. Okay, so now I'm going to come to another set of questions which is related to your sentence completion questions. So questions 1 to 8, the complete the notes, or sorry, complete the sentences below. This is the kind of question which it looks like. And write no more than 2 words. So we know that the word limit which has been given to us is 2 words. Okay, I can see a lot of comments coming up. So guys, if you have any questions or queries to be asked, as I said, I will give you some time in the end. So just wait patiently. Please do not mind, because I am not going to break my flow right now, because many people are listening and seeing the video. So I do not want to break the flow of their learning as well. So just wait patiently. We are going to finish with the PPT and then I'll take up your questions. Okay. All right. So coming back to the PPT now, write no more than 2 words. So we know that the word limit which has been given to us is 2 words. We cannot write more than that. So even if you give the correct information, but the word limit has been exceeded, that means you write more than the word limit. So the answer will be incorrect. So you will have to fall within the word limit. Okay. That means you can write, for example, here, you can write 1 word or 2 word, not more than that. Okay. 2 words. Okay, first question is, realizing dash is the basic requirement of a productive workshop. So realizing dash is the basic requirement. So basic requirement, okay. When we talk about requirements and essentials or eligibility, what comes to our mind? Adjectives, right? The way people describe other people or other things, right? Or other animals. Those are adjectives. So we might need an adjective here for an answer, and it can be a noun as well. So let's see what is the answer. The answer is objectives. Okay, well, I was right. So realizing objectives is the basic requirement of a productive workshop. Now, in the audio, they say it like this: first, as every other task, it's important to be clear about the objectives of your workshop. So guys, you can see whatever they said, you can notice in the audio script right now in front of you, that whatever they said in the audio, that is quite different from what has been written here. Realizing dash is the basic requirement of a productive workshop, right? That is nothing similar in looking at the sentence and looking at the question. It's not similar, it's not matching with the words. But if you read the sentence after adding your answer here, and then if you compare it with the sentence in the audio, definitely you will realize that the meaning is same. So as I said in the previous 5 minutes, I was making you realize that yes, vocabulary is a very important part of the IELTS exam. And as you can see here, most of the words have been paraphrased. So this is how you come across different kinds of synonyms. Okay. Okay. Now, the second question is reaching before the dash, keep one calm and relaxed. So, reaching before the dash, that means participants. So, how did I derive the answer as participants? Let's read the audio script. So, getting there ahead of the participants puts you at ease and also gives you time to arrange all necessary tools such as projector, laptop, and even go through your notes. Okay, so getting ahead, there ahead of the participants. So again, as you can see, reaching before the participants. So getting there ahead and reaching before the, these are two paraphrased words. Okay, so this is how you realized what all synonyms have been used, and then you come to the right answer. Now, if I talk about the summary completion, it's quite similar to your note completion. So I'll not take much time in this kind of question, because I want to give more time to your questions. Okay, so summary completion, again, there will be a summary given to you and there will be few blanks. The blanks can be anywhere present, for example, in the starting or middle or in the end. And then instructions, no more than 3 words. Okay, just read them carefully. So I have also provided you with the answers. So later, if you want to rewatch and try the questions by yourself, you can always go and recheck the answers, whether you're right or wrong. And I have also provided you with the recording and the audio script. So you can always, compare the answers in such a way. Short answer questions again, so they will ask you about 2 or 3 phrases from each of the passages which have been given, or maybe from the audio. Okay, so you'll have to actually look for the audio and find the correct answers, because you need no more than 3 words. So here you're allowed to write at least 3 words as well. You can also have the answer with 2 words or 1 word, but that depends on the question, of course. So for example, how much does it cost to join the library? So the answer has been given as $25, or either you can write it as $25, or you can either say it as $25. So you can write it as in any 3 forms, either in this form or in this form or in this form. The all the 3 answers are right. Okay, that is why they have given it with a slash or oblique. All right, guys. So this was all from my side. Now I give you some time in the end to actually, ask your doubts and queries. And as I said, please click on the link below to ask your, to join our further classes, which we are going to happen, which we are going to conduct, in fact, in the month of August. And those will also be your bi-weekly IELTS classes. Those will happen from 6:30 to 7:30, and your daily TOEFL classes, that is the new section which we are starting in the month of August. Those are the classes which are going to happen between 5 to 6 p.m. So all the timings, all the dates will be available to you in the calendar itself. So calendar will be there on our page within a day or two, I'm sure. And it might be there already, so you might want to go and check. So for that, you will have to click on the registration link which is given below. So now guys, I give you some time to ask your doubts and queries, and I'll answer them one by one. Okay, so now I can see a lot of comments which had come up in the starting of the class. Hi, hello, hi. Hello, ma'am, I'm from Bangladesh. Oh, great, great. So, we are having people from outside India as well. That really, bucks up our classes, because the thing is that we really get excited to teach you and make you learn about IELTS free of cost, of course. And of course, I'm sure these classes are going to help you a lot. Okay, so the first question or the comment, in fact, I would say, has come up that it would have been better to have these classes in video format. I know, I totally agree with you, because if I forget one thing, I would have watched it again. I'm always busy, but if I get it in video format, I would watch it later. Yes, of course. So, Tanzil, okay, so the name is Tanzil. So, Tanzil, if you're still listening to us, then I already repeated it that we have a YouTube channel with the same name, Shiksha Study Abroad. So you might want to, subscribe with us, because we have all the videos uploaded there on our YouTube channel, okay, under the IELTS section. So the thing is that you can always go and rewatch them. Okay, we have all the videos placed there, and definitely I agree with you that if they were your format, you would have done better, and you would have concentrated better, you would have learned better, right? Because you cannot be present live every time, I understand that. Although I really suggest all the candidates to come live, because this is the chance where you actually get the opportunity to ask your doubts live. And here, as an IELTS expert, I will explain to you everything, whatever doubt you have, and I will answer them one by one for all of you. Okay, so that is the perk or boon of having a live class. Well, but I think, and I'm sure you must have got your answer, Tanzil, that we do have the facility of the videos which have been uploaded for all of you free of cost. You do not have to pay anything. You just have to subscribe. Okay, you just have to subscribe with our YouTube channel, which is with the same name, Shiksha Study Abroad. So if you want to follow us more and you want to get free sample papers downloaded from our page, then definitely you should visit our page, because we have a lot of sample papers for you from where you can actually practice. And we have the answers also given, especially in the reading and listening paper, so that you can check your answers. Okay. So all of that can be done with the help of the link which is given in the description below. So guys, if you're not able to find that video, definitely I would love to help you with that. So just give me a second and I'll just copy paste the link for that particular page on the comment section as well, so that it's easy for you to follow, and you can actually just directly click on this link from here on the comment section. So right now I have just commented the link. Please click on that link and get registered, and we are starting further with new set of classes, so you will be updated on that as well with the help of this link. Okay, so the next question which I'm going to take is from Harsh. So Harsh is asking, I am having the test on 5th August. Can we prepare well in this few days? Okay. First of all, there is a grammatical mistake in your sentence. So in these few days, okay, not this. So this will be replaced by these, because it's plural. Well, Harsh, first of all, best of luck. Do not think about anything, do not take any pressure. I know there will be a lot of pressure on you, but what I'm saying is that just be yourself, especially in the speaking exam. And a very general advice, just be confident. Whatever you have learned, whatever you have practiced so far, just continue with that. Please do not try to learn anything new, because that would not help. It would just lower your confidence, right? And of course you would not like to do that to yourself. So these are just few general tips, and examiner is not looking for your knowledge, especially in writing and speaking. They are just looking for how well you write, okay, your writing skills. Of course you do need a little bit of knowledge, you do need a little bit of logical consistency and rationality to think about certain ideas. But the thing is, in these few last days, I would not recommend you to learn anything new by yourself or confuse you by, I would also advise not to look at any other new video on IELTS, or how to learn certain things. No, please do not do that. In fact, whatever you have learned, just keep on revising it for this particular week and the next week until you sit for your exam. And of course, just be confident, as I said, and just appear for your exam confidently. That's it. Especially in speaking, please do not waste your time in learning a lot of good words. No, that would not help now, at least. Vocabulary is a good, practice, and it is a major part of your IELTS. But in learning vocabulary, you will just lose your time. So I would recommend you to read as many sample questions as you can, okay, for speaking as well as writing. So you will have an idea that, okay, I have to write this answer this particular way, and just revise the formats. Because as you know, I have in my classes also, I have discussed a lot of things about the kinds of essays and the different five formats for five different kinds of essays. And then I had also discussed three different parts of speaking, where I told you how to answer in each part one, part two, part three. Okay, and in reading and listening also, I have given you a lot of tips. So if you're lacking on those things, then I would really recommend you, Harsh, that you go back to our YouTube channel and please watch all the videos, because right now you do not have any time to study by yourself, and I'm sure you would not like to, go make it theoretical. I know most of you like to have the practical classes, and most of you like to have classes which are going online or maybe live, like that, right? So the thing is that please notice this, that whatever I have said, okay? And yes, all the best. Dog barking in the background, yes, sorry about that. So I'll make sure that doesn't happen next time. Okay. Next question is, watching one English movie series daily can help me to clear IELTS? Well, it can to some extent, because as I said, vocabulary is a must. It's a very essential part of your IELTS exam. And of course, it might help you in some way in enhancing your vocab. Okay, and also by listening to different accents, British, American, European, Australian, so you will come across many faces and many sounds, many accents, many kinds of pronunciations. So definitely, these things will help you, and it does help you. I have seen a lot of candidates of mine who have really come up with good scores after, watching English news, or maybe, watching English movies, British movies, in fact. So yes, it does help you in some way. Ma'am, can you please give brief again, skimming and scanning? Of course. So skimming is basically looking at the paper, grasping the knowledge, and looking at the paper, in fact, in such a way that you understand what all kind of questions have come up and what is the pattern of the paper. Okay, what all questions do you have to do? That is the skimming part. By reading quickly and going through the passages. Scanning is, in the on the other hand, the scanning is basically you're highlighting or marking the important information, underlining, especially if you're giving a paper based test, so you have the facility or you have the opportunity, chance to, underline your sentences. So that will also really help you. Okay, so next question which I'm going to take is, please, I don't really understand that map. Okay, so no problem. These are just the assessment classes. Okay, the name is Jokings Educare. Okay, that's quite a funny name, but yes, fine. All right. So the thing is that please go and rewatch our videos where I have uploaded in detail about the map and plan questions. These are the classes, which happened in July. These classes were just related to the assessment questions and answers. So these assessment classes were basically for those candidates who have already prepared for IELTS, who already know about the tips and strategies, and now they are going to apply those tips and strategies in their questions. So these classes were basically focused on those people. That is why I keep commenting, I keep, reminding all of you that please go and rewatch our videos in the month of in the month of June. So in the month of June, as I said before also, we had daily IELTS classes. Okay, so in those daily IELTS classes, I picked up each and every module in detail. I had explained you each and every subtopic or sub question, you can call it sub module question as well. So each of the question category type I had discussed in detail. Okay, so please go and watch them so that you do not come up with these questions, and every query will be cleared there. And still, if you have any doubts and queries after watching those videos, then definitely you're welcome to ask any doubt or query here on the comment section. So I hope that answers all of your questions. I cannot see any other question coming up. So guys, we have at least 2 to 3 more minutes for asking the questions, and then we can wind up quickly. So as I said, please register with this link, which is now on the comment section as well. And it was present always in the description below as well. So you can actually comment it, you can actually click on it from anywhere. Okay. and you can get registered with us. It will take you directly to our pages, and the pages would have the IELTS calendar for the month of June, for the month of July, so you can rewatch any video which you want related to that particular module where you feel that you have the weakness or you need to practice more. You can go directly to that module. You do not need to watch each and every module. That is also the facility which we have provided you. As well as please subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is with the same name, where you are actually watching this live class. And of course, a small reminder for the upcoming classes which we are going to have for IELTS and TOEFL. So TOEFL classes, basically we are starting in the month of August, from 1st August itself, and it will happen daily on the weekdays. Weekends will be off. That means Saturday, Sunday there will be no class. But from Monday to Friday in August, there will be daily TOEFL classes from 5 to 6 p.m. And for IELTS, we are having it bi-weekly, Tuesday and Thursday, again, the same days. And the timings would be 6:30 to 7:30. Okay. So these are the classes which we are providing you again and which we are going to conduct in the month of in the month of August as well. Okay. Okay, so Harsh is asking, ma'am, give some cheat codes for the IELTS to score good band. Well, unluckily, Harsh, there is no cheat code as such. But yes, there are many tips which I had shared in my, previous videos. So few of them, yes, as I said, and I have already shared with you many of them because you were the first one to ask that, ma'am, I have the exam on 5th August. So what should I do in these few days which are left? And those were the tips, mainly generic tips, which I usually give to my students who are going to appear very soon or maybe, lately in their exam. So I do not suggest anyone to read or to listen to anything new or learn anything new. Okay. So whatever you have in your mind related to IELTS, please go through it again and again until you become really pro in it. And yes, that is the generic information which I can share with you right now. And of course, we have a lot of videos related to your particular weakness area in the module. So you can go and search according to that. Okay. So for that, for your help, I have also provided the link in the comment section. Okay, so somebody is asking, Pratyush Gupta, we know in listening section 4 is little bit hard. How can we overcome the challenges? Can you please give some tips and tricks? Of course. So, Pratyush, I would like to give you one general tip that section 4 listening is basically a game of vocabulary. So you will see that the questions will be very, simple. For example, there will always be fill in the blank questions. It might be a summary completion, it can be a sentence completion, or it can even be a note completion question, right? Which always usually comes in listening section 4. But the thing is that it looks simple, but it is not. Why? Because of the vocabulary. There are many hard words, there are many difficult words which are being used in the last part of your listening module. So that is why the candidates get confused. So I would recommend you to practice a lot and come up with some words which you feel are, being repeated again and again. So you will realize after, a span of time that after doing a lot of at least maybe 5 to 6 practice papers of listening, you will realize that there are some words which are being used again and again. So what you can do is you can make a list of those words which are being repeated in your reading and listening paper while the practice session, and then you can try to come up with their meanings if you do not know them, right? And if it's really difficult for you to understand and make out the synonym, then of course you can look out for the synonyms on Google. So this is how you learn the vocabulary part. Okay. And then not just making the list, actually using those words in your daily life. So that will make you used to that word which you actually want to learn, right? So this is how you learn the vocabulary part. I am giving the mock test getting only band 5.5. Okay, no worries. So as I said, please watch the video. I'm sure at least from 5.5 you'll increase to 6 if you really watch them persistently and diligently. That means you really need to work really hard continuously. You cannot just practice one or two paper and see, okay, I'm getting this much band or I'm getting these many scores. No, that would not help. IELTS needs continuity. IELTS it needs more of practice, more of smart work rather than hard work. Okay, so you have to be very much persistent. It's all about giving your time to IELTS and how much serious are you for IELTS. Okay, Harsh. All right, guys, so that was all from my side. I would really like to wind up quickly, and I would advise all of you to please register to our link so that you do not miss out on any such free content which we are providing you right now as well. So, yes, thank you so much, guys, for listening so patiently and for such lovely comments, especially in the starting. So, I'm really overwhelmed by seeing, people coming from different places, in fact, different countries, not just India. So, that really makes me feel happy. And yes, thank you so much for joining. I'll see you now on 1st August with the first very first class of TOEFL, and as well as if it's a Tuesday, then of course we'll be having a bi-weekly session of IELTS as well. Okay, so again, IELTS will be related to your assessment questions, and for TOEFL I'll be completing the whole syllabus within a month, and I'll be covering up all the four modules. I'll be teaching you all the four modules in detail, like I taught you for IELTS. In the same way, I'll be teaching you for TOEFL. So, yes, I'll be seeing you very soon on 1st August. If you are willing to give TOEFL and if you require such training free of cost, then please do come to our live videos and watch them and learn from here. Okay, and if not, then definitely you can recommend your friends and family members as well if they need any TOEFL classes. Okay, all right, so that is all from my side, guys. Thank you so much again. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.